do today, especially for me. I have my containers coming in today. Let me finish this intro first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are the makers of the Supreme 12, the ambient light projection technology behind that. Also, to the Supreme Exotic Ambient Light Projection 15 and our Advanced Ambient Light Projection 17. I got to bring up one of the acoustic screens up here too to play around with too. I might build one for this section in here, just something to play around with. I might put it right there. Do me like a portrait mode and 235.1 and throw some speakers behind the back of it for doing some testing in here. All right, so this is just going. I don't. We used to call this place the circuit board, but it's still the circuit board. I just been moving a lot of my stuff upstairs because I just like the lighting in here. It's nice and bright. Actually, there's more light in here than there is actually downstairs in the other rooms I have downstairs. But I do like working in this section right here, so I'm going to be in here a bit doing some demonstrations. I moved up some of my equipment up here, my other projectors, short throw projectors, and right there running the Christie today, the 505. That's the one up on the top over that one. There's the 505 I'm running today, but we're going to run that setup over there. The 900 lumen ViewSonic projector connected to my mini computer and my remote control keyboard and mouse. So this is what we're going to be playing with today right now. This is a 900 lumen projector. So just showing you that you don't have to have an expensive projector. Well, keep in mind for what I pay for my projectors, that really not considered to be expensive. That projector was under $600 right there, the one at the top. You can still get it for like under 600 bucks on eBay. But for some people that could be a bit much. So this projector right here cost me $18. It's an $18 projector. Now, would I use this as a main projector? No, it is a kick around projector for fun. I don't think it does a 16.9. I think it does a 4.3 on here. But it's just some of the other projectors. We have Christie's here on the floor, Panasonics, Christie's, Sony's. These are Sony's and Christie's, more Christie's, and I brought one of my NECs up because I plan to do some floor projection too also. All right, so let's get this started. Let me go over here and grab another Sony. Forgot I had 3 Sonys. Let's grab another, and I'm actually right now hunting for a barcode. I told you I want to get one of those projectors. That's in a very, like I said, forget this projector, man. Everything better be legit on here because, man, the thing about venue projectors, and I'll explain that later on another segment about venue projectors, you have to make sure you get those right because if you don't, shipping them back can be expensive because as you can see by the size of these things, it's not cheap sending them back. All right, so let me get my stand. Oh, yeah, stand's right over here. Okay, cool. Let me get my stands and everything. I think I'm going to run one of my circuit boards through here. I didn't get a chance to run circuit boards. I'm running a circuit board through here. I'm having some fun doing my demonstrations. So right now, I'm going to do, we've got the Christie running. I love this room because there is so much ambient light in this room. That's what I love about this room. Lots of ambient light. And I'm going to activate one of my circuit boards on the floor. Those are my circuits right there that I have on the floor. This room lights up. A lot of people don't realize. They see me in this room, this whole entire room lights up. Actually, I just ordered the LED lights to finish off the ceiling. So this whole entire section lights up. I was in here last night playing around with the circuit boards on the floor. All right, so looks like there's power literally coming from the chair and generating to the wall. All right, so that's what I'm going to hook up. That's all I need for right now, because right now it's activating over here. The whole floor is activating. Is that freaking cool or what? I freaking love this room. All right, so I'm going to play around in this one real quick. On the big Christie. Now the Christie is a full 1080p projector at around 5,000 lumens. 5,000 lumens, yeah. Christie's at a 5,000 lumens. And like I said, this projector right here would cost you, if you're interested. Matter of fact, I have a few customers that I actually introduced to actually getting this projector. Like I said, it's a really good projector, especially for outside use, but it's a big projector, but for outside use. And these projectors have something called twin mode. Majority of the projectors I'm using have twin mode. The one behind me, the big boy Chrissy, has twin mode activation too. Just got to get the remote control because sometimes with some of these projectors, you do have to have the remote control to activate the twin mode. Like I said, you don't have to buy your projectors brand new if you want. I buy a lot of my used projectors off of eBay. And like I said, the one behind me, the big boy, is around 505 is around, you can get it for around 560 and some places $400, which is extremely cheap for a projector of 5,000 lumens. Now, on the other hand, this one right here, which is the Christie LW 650, is expensive either way you look at it. That projector is going to cost you way over $500. You're looking at least about $4,600 for the unit. And if you're going to change out, if it does come with lens, and you're talking about an extra couple of $1,000s here and there. Some places, sometimes even 12 grand just for a lens. And my projector sits back around 18 feet, or about 18 feet back. And as you can see, I told you in my demonstrations, even the sun hasn't even come up yet because I have to be up this early in the morning because I have things to do. But keep in mind, in my environments, I have more light than most people have in their homes when they're doing these demonstrations. And we're not using the ultra short throws in here. We're using the long throws, which means they have to travel distance to make contact with the screen. Now, if you're curious about the size of the screen's about 135 inches, 16:9. Like I said, price tag for these projectors runs somewhere between $600 and $400. Now I'm going to be converting this screen probably next week into 17 technology. I'm actually going to be spray coating the screen. I'm going to have to cover up just about everything in here to do it. But yeah, I'm going to put, because I already have two 12s in here. The wallpaper is a 12. So we don't need it. I can just go out and just coat this one to a 17. I might put that new exotic 15. We got a new exotic 15 coming out. Another exotic color coming out. Instead of going out, and when I talk to customers, the first thing I ask them is, what's your budget on your projector? And usually most of them will say $1,000, $1,500. Some will say $3 grand, some will say $4,000. And then I'll direct them over to a merchant over on eBay, and they'll pay pretty much next to nothing for their projector. Now you see that contrast background? If this screen was gray, or either a light gray, that wouldn't even pick up. You wouldn't see any of that in the background. That wouldn't even be there. Like I said, when you buy a projector, it doesn't brag about the white levels. It never does. All it brags about is the contrast rating on your projector. Because the contrast is everything when it comes to a screen. If that screen can't produce proper contrast, it ain't worth your time. Colors are going to wash out. Contrast levels are definitely going to wash out. You pick your white levels up, definitely, but like I said, when you buy a projector, it doesn't say, oh, it has a 3,000 to 1 white level. They always talk about contrast levels. And what's the point of paying for a contrast level if your screen can't see it? Well, your projector won't be able to see it, definitely. So I'm pause it there. Turn off the Chrissy. I got that running through the PX system. Turn off the big boy. And then we'll turn on the projector we have set up here, which is around 900 lumens. Set up to my mini computer over here. Make sure that turns on. There we go. Keyboard. No carrying around a bulky keyboard, wireless keyboard, remote control. And then we'll fire this up. Now this projector over here, I got for around, I think like $18. It was a lot of money. It was like 18 bucks or something like that. And of course, this is not going to fill out the entire screen. These projectors were called, this is an office theater projector. They were designed basically for office, presentations, word spreadsheets, stuff like that. And they're never meant to be used in an environment like this. They're meant to be used in dark environments. 900 lumens. So let me get my whatchamacallit to activate here. So we can move this around, remote control. Okay. Ooh. Turn to the side. You're not supposed to do that. Ooh. Let me go put my password in. Okay. I don't know why I keep asking me this. Like, I don't want this at all, period. Kind of still trying to get used to using a mouse that's a remote control. There we go. And let's go over here and let's grab this right here. You got to double click OK to get that option to pull up. There we go. So we swapped out from a 5,000 lumen projector to a projector of 900 lumens. That's a huge, massive drop. Let's grab this right here, YouTube. Yeah. Okay. That right there. It's kind of, like I said, it's really hard to operate. I'm used to moving a mouse around. I used to do it with a remote control. So it's kind of, I kind of got to get used to it. All right. Let's see, let's go up to bringing up some 4K videos. Another projector we're using is 720p. It's way beyond 720p. These are old projectors. Like I said, these things were, if you want to take a look at it, that's the projector right there. These are old projectors. All right, let me see. What do I want to do? Some 4K. Yeah, let me do some 4K. We're not doing 4K, but the only options we got on here are 4K. 4K. Yeah, I'll take that right there. HD. I'll take that. Let's see what we got going on in this right here. That's a fairly easy one to do. I'll put the mouse down so it's not interfering. We don't have sound because I haven't ordered the speakers yet for this setup in here for this particular unit. Let me get this out of the way. Gotta put my mouse somewhere. Like I said, it's kind of hard to use because I'm using a controller. Gotta put it somewhere where it's not going to activate the bottom area. There we go. That's better. So now we're at 900 lumens. So we went from a 5,000 lumen projector, 1920 by 1200, to a projector that is 600 by 800 res, 720p at 900 lumens. The Sony projector I usually use in my demonstrations is 1,000 lumens. And this projector cost me around $18. This is what I find so interesting because, like I said, when we develop our technology, we test them on very low, crappy projectors. Keep in mind, I get ridiculed from time to time for using such old projectors. And the reason why we use such old projectors is to show we can display to our customers that they don't have to spend a ton of money or overkill it with lumens and all that other nonsense in order to be able to improve the picture quality. The reason why a lot of these big companies use these big, high-powered, expensive projectors is because they have to be able to make up for what the screen can't do. That's why they spend the money for these high-powered projectors. If not, they could simply do a demonstration on a 720p or old projector I'm using behind me and still get the same kind of outstanding results. They can't do that. That's why I don't have a expensive 4K projector and all these other crazy nonsense, because there's no point in buying it. For what? It's not gonna impress my customers. It's not gonna impress people I do business with. If I'm using such a projector, and then from other people that are looking at my screens in front of us, trust me, this comes from customer feedback from people that I talk to about my product. You know, one of the things they talk about is the fact that I use such low entry level projectors, and this gives them the ability to be able to buy a projector knowing that they don't have to spend a lot of money. If I come on here with an $8,000 projector and that's all I use in my demonstrations, then the only way you're going to be able to get that picture to look like that, you're just going to have to spend that money for that $8,000 projector. I'm pretty sure anybody can afford the projector I have behind me using in the demonstration. And I'll show you where my projector is sitting. Come over here and I'll show you the distance. There's the distance to where my projector is right there. There's my screen. From any angle that I move in this environment, that screen should show up. Should be able to pull an image with no problem. From here, I should be able to see it from any angle. Like I said, when you're watching a demonstration and you're watching somebody using a high-end projector, the picture you're seeing from there is coming from that projector and that projector only. You're not going to be able to achieve the exact same picture. That is virtually impossible because the screen is lacking. Look how bright the image is. And that's kind of impressive when you consider the fact that, you have people that want to paint a picture that black technology pulls an image so dark that you can't even see it, but yet here we are on 900 lumens, and you can see the image, the picture quality perfectly. See the barn and the cobblestone brick, and you see the lake right there, the trees, with no problem whatsoever. So whatever black product that they have, and if it's not displaying on a high performance projector and we're doing this at 900 lumens from a projector of 5,000 lumens, yeah, there's something wrong there. I'll be back. I'm gonna grab a couple sample sheets. I think I'm gonna start keeping my sample sheets upstairs. And I'm gonna be working with a lot of these up here. That looks real good. 900 lumens. Every once in a while, no, this is doing 16.9. If it was 16.9, it is doing 16.9. That's something said, once you fill up the whole entire screen, keep in mind, this projector right here is an office projector. They were manufactured in 1999. So before you start talking about filling out the whole screen, understand the technology first and what it's capable of doing. These projectors weren't designed to do a 135-inch screen. They were designed to do screens of probably between 40 to 50 inches. They were designed so they were used for basically data, information, like I said, spreadsheets, office work. They were never designed for home theater setups. And then again, when you use black technology or the stuff we develop, pretty much like I said, we make 720p projectors look amazing. But like I said, you don't have to spend the money. Like I said, the way things in this time and era, people are trying to save money. No one's trying to really go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars for projection screens and projectors. As I said before, there's nothing wrong with a 720p projector. The problem you have is that the projection screens haven't caught up, and they use so many tricks and what you call smoke and mirrors to make their technology look good, when basically at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, if we were to go get lightest screen we have on here would be the Cinema Gray. And the Cinema Gray, which I find interesting about Cinema Gray, the technology in the screen, like I said, it's a good screen, but like I said, what I find interesting is a lot of gray screen paints are the exact same color as this. So right there. I explained to you, contrast is everything. I'm not going to buy a projector, and a projector's not going to brighten. Oh, this has a 4,000 to 1 white level, 5,000 to 1 white level. What do they say? Contrast level, because contrast is everything. And then when OLED spent that money on that black technology, I'm pretty sure they knew that having a screen that dark would make the colors pop, become more realistic, give more depth to the image. And even when it comes to our black silvers can produce contrast levels because they have color coding technology embedded into them. Same thing as 12s. 12s have a little bit of that code built into them. That's why we have different color screens that can actually produce natural and realistic colors without becoming with an all tint of red and all tint of blue and so forth. Let's grab, let me see, my remote control. Let's come out of here for a minute. Let's bring out, let me see. Let's bring out, I was going to produce the white levels. That's not a problem. Problem is you're not going to be able to produce that contrast level. It's not going to pull. There you go. Let's grab a Dark Star 9. Now we have a Dark Star 9 up there. We went from a $800 projection screen now to a $3,000 screen. See how these demonstrations are done? You don't see this in other screen paints. Heck, you don't even see this in other projection screens. They're not going to do their demonstrations against certified screens because they know what's going to happen. That certified screen is going to beat their screen. There's no way in the world they're going to be able to beat that screen. If that screen can't pull contrast, it's going to have some problems. All right. Oops, one fell off. Gotta put that one back up. Put that back up there. It's a bit sticky on here, so I should have stick pretty well, but it has its issues. Go. So now we had the Cinema Gray 5D, we had the Cinema Gray, and we had the Dark Star 9. So now we have $1,300 to $1,400, $100, and then we have $2,000 to $3,000 versus our Black Technology on a $900 lumen projector that cost me $18. And by the way, I think the contrast on this projector is like 100 to 1, which it really doesn't make a difference because the screen's black. And this is the only way you're going to be able to see a somewhat decent image. Turn the lights on, and the image washes out. I started having a discussion with a customer talking about ambient light control technology. How is your technology supposed to be ambient light controlled if you have to be in an ambient light controlled environment? Having a door open is not ambient light in your environment. Having little pieces of light peek through your window is not ambient light projection technology. Now, like I said, you've seen our demonstrations. We can take our technology outside and produce images. Now, I don't know. I never could understand that. I see people doing demonstrations. They have a door open. And that's supposed to be ambient light? Seriously? See how bright this environment is? So let's pop off of this projector real quick. Come off of this. Oh yeah, and the sun's about to come up, so this room's gonna lighten up really good. Now I'll give you the name of my projector in case you want to check it for yourself. So this is a ViewSonic Alpha Theater PJL 855. And that's the image I'm pulling off my technology versus 3 certified screens against a black screen. And mind you, these screens are much lighter than my screen. Let's go with 2. This is so much easier to use than my keyboard. Literally, this little keyboard right here is like texting. Just with the PS systems have been real nice. Let me see. Okay. Now, one of the other claims against 12's technology was the fact that 12's, the reason why they could produce such high, bright images, because we were using such high-powered projectors, as in 5,000 and 4,300 lumen projectors. But now we're at 900 lumens, way lower than the Sony portable projector that's at 1,000 lumens. Now, like I said, instead of people worrying about our technology and if it has the ability to produce a white level, I would really like to see some of these gray screen paint products out here producing contrast levels. And I mean in well-lit environments, not with an open door, not with a little bit of light peeking through. I'm talking about fully lit environments, maybe outside. I would like to see some of these demonstrations being done outside at 13 feet back on a 1,000 lumen projector. Because that's one of the gripes I have when I stopped developing gray screens when I first started off. I used to make gray screen paints. And the reason why I stopped doing it was because, like I said, when I saw that black diamond sample sheet, I saw how the contrast and colors were pushing through the screen and how much beautiful that image came out. You can just see the contrast and detail in it. I just gave up on basically developing gray screen paints. I used to do that. You go back and check my old videos on the digital and crystal screen paint. I used to develop light gray screen paints way back. Did it for 5 years before I started developing in black technology, which I got inspired that from seeing Screen Innovations technology, which kind of pushed me in that direction. But as I said before, we could do demonstrations on 800 lumen projectors, 900 lumen projectors, 1,000 lumen projectors, ultra short throw, long throw projectors. We could do demonstrations outside. We can produce snow fields on just about every projector I pull out of here, and I've done demonstrations on that. But yet, when it comes to these light gray screens, I never see any contrast demonstrations. And when I do see them, it's always in the dark. I want to see a fully lit environment, much like the black silver did, which is a gray screen that was able to produce an image at 13 feet at 6 o'clock in the evening. And it pulled a star field at that on a 190-degree viewing angle. I have yet to see that done. Isn't that interesting? That our technology, keep in mind, you have people still trying to paint it to be so dark you can't see it. Now we'll go over, usually, like I said, when I see a lot of these demonstrations, they're all done in the dark. Let's step over into the dark and show you what the technology looks like at 900 lumens in the dark. As I said before, not all black technology is the same. There are other people who develop black screen paints. I developed my own form of black screen paints. There are other companies out there who make black screen paints. As a matter of fact, there is a company somebody addressed me to that does make a black screen paint. And like I said, at the end of the day, our stuff is different. Our stuff, we do things on a different level. Like I said, no one matches our demonstrations. And it's not bragging, it's the truth. No one does our demonstrations. No one matches our demonstrations. I get that time and time again when I have customers sort of contact me and say, hey, I've looked around, I've done the research, no one's doing demonstrations on your level. All right, so from there we went from 900 lumens. Let me pause it here. Oh, can I pause it here? Yeah, I can pause it. No. I'm coming out of this all together. And let's go over to here. And let's bring up, let me see. Man, God's got some wonderful ideas in my head right now. I got this new, actually I'm going to be designing a hologram 3D paint pretty soon. As soon as I get the orders out of the way first. We already have the recipe for a hologram 3D paint we're going to be working on. Under exotic. Of course it's under exotic. All right, let's go with G. Oh, that's much better. Let me bring it down right there. Here we go. Here. Oh, wrong section. That way over there. Over there. That's better. So this is the LG snowboarding demonstration as we're doing right now. High white levels for a projector of only 900 lumens. Lights on, lights off. So as you can see, you don't need a high power projector in order to be able to achieve a nice picture quality. You don't need it, it's not necessary. All right, we're going to come out of this one. Going to update for this one. Is this an update? I think it looks like an update. Yeah, it is an update. All right, I'm going to update that one. That can run off to its side. I'm going to disconnect this. We're going to swap this out for 1500 lumens. The 1500 lumens Panasonic, that's what we're going to swap it out for. That is a full 1080p projector. So let's get this one disconnected. There we go. I like this place up here. I got a place to put all my projectors at. pouring. Oh, and it's snoring. Do, 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 do. All right, let me see what we have to attach you to. Okay, I'll connect you here. I'll have to put some better outlets in here, some outlets in here. And this is already hooked up, so we're going to run you from back here. Okay. All right, so we're going to be running right now the Panasonic right there. That automatic focus, I love it. Make sure we got the right HDMI output on here. Oh, I forgot these are fire sticks. Fire sticks have to be activated. See if we got the right one. Here we go. This one doesn't have sound, just to let you know. This projector right here has a, what's it like, 1500 lumens with a 16,000 to 1 contrast, not 16,000 to 1 white level contrast. I said contrast is everything. You buy a projector, they don't brag about the white levels on it, they brag about the contrast levels on it. Now let me get my whatchamacallit's a little off. My keystone is way off. Let me see what we got going up for keystone. Keystone. You doing keystone with this? No, we're not doing keystone with that. Let me go in here and pick up my menu. I need to figure out where my keystone is at. All right, let me see. Keystone is way off. Position. I'm never in this projector because I never use it. Let me see. That's got to be keystone over there. Okay. Positioning. This should be it. Nope, that's definitely not it. All right, let's come out here. All right, back out of here. I don't use this projector like I said all that much. That's why this is one of the projectors that I'm actually letting go because I don't use it. I never use it. Let's see if we come in here. Let's go down one. Oh, just right there. Stare me right in the face. Keystone will stare me right in the face. All right, that's what's I need right there. You're going the wrong way. You need to be that way. Here we go. Here's the keystone. I'm still going to come out of this and go back to that other one right here. That position right there. And a bit more. Go back a little bit. Okay. There we go. All right, that's perfect. All right. So this projector right here is 1500 lumens. So we went from 5,000 lumens to 900 lumens, and now we're at 1500 lumens. Let's see if we can get the zoom. Go bigger? Oh, we can go bigger. How much bigger can we go? Where I'm at, my section right there. That's pretty good. There we go. That'll definitely work. There we go. I like this one. I like this model. I think I might get me another advanced model than this one. But I do like this model in here. 1500 lumen projector. Look at that. Like I said, I don't make mockery of God's work right here. When God blesses me with the intelligence to be able to design such amazing things, I don't try to mock that. I don't need a 5,000 lumen projector. I don't need a 6,500 lumen projector. That's overkill for me. That's way too much power. 43s, we don't need them. Even 1,000 lumens, we don't need them. This technology and all the technology we develop, keep in mind, you watch us do our demonstrations tests. You don't watch anybody else when they do demonstrations, like any big companies or any people make screen paints. You don't watch them come on there, paint a screen, dry it in front of you, run 3 different forms of certified screens, 5 different forms of certified screens, takes the projector at 1,000 lumens, pulls it back 20 feet, produces an image at 20 feet, star field demonstration, the whole 9 yards. Comes in, changes out from an ultra short throw to a short throw projector, changes out to a 1,500 lumen to a 1,000 lumen projector, and then at the end of the day, takes the screen outside at 13 feet back and produces an image outside at 190-degree viewing angle at 13 feet back. Let me know if you've seen anyone else do the same demonstration. They don't. I have demonstrations on my count of a 180-inch screen outside at 6 o'clock in the evening watching Star Wars. So this is the reason why people continue to support our product, because, like I said, people don't do demonstrations on our level. If they're going to do a demonstration on using a 1,500 lumen projector or even a 1,000 lumen projector, they're going to do it in the dark. There's going to be very little light in that environment. Now, let me show you something here. We're going to do star field demonstration. This is one demonstration we request the most that they can't stand it. They won't even near because the screen can't pull it up. Even a black silver can pull up a contrast demonstration, and that screen's gray. So there we are at 16,000 to 1 contrast. 16,000 to 1 contrast on your projector. Mind you went out and you spent $1,400 or $1,500, wherever that projector costs. I don't know. I think I paid about $140 for mine. So those projectors cost a bit. And you have one of these screens, and you think because your projector has a 16,000 to 1 contrast, that you're going to pull up a contrast level. This is why when I have to do demonstrations on my black screens, there's no point in me coming on here and showing you demonstrations of contrast levels. We both know that the screen is going to pull a contrast level because it's black. I have to show you white levels. And I have to show you white levels not only on my projectors, but I have to use the very low lumen projectors to show you these demonstrations on, to show you that we don't have to use a high power projector to pull white level. So if I had to do this, how come people who make gray screens or light gray screens, or even, like I said, screens like this, or more like this, you would say, like this, will not do a demonstration showing off a star field demonstration in a fully lit environment? They only show you color. Like I said, mark my words. Every demonstration you'll see under a light gray screen will be all on colors because they fade less. Less. Here we go. But the projector behind me is a 16,000 to 1 contrast. So what did you just pay for when you bought that projector? Keep in mind, I mean, when that projector came out, they're around $1,400, $1,500. So you spend $1,400, $1,500 for a full 1080p projector, and at 16,000 to 1 contrast. That's the highlight of that projector. It has a 16,000 to 1 contrast. Where's your contrast? Because I'm pretty sure when you bought that projector, they didn't give you that option for free. I'm pretty sure you paid for that. So where is it? So let's see. You spend around $1,400 for the projector. And most people, what they'll do is they'll start off with a white screen first. So they figure if they got a white screen, what's going to happen is, let's just show you how this is done. All right, so let's show you how it gets pricey. First things first, people will start off with is a white screen. That makes me dizzy. Always makes me dizzy. Most people start with white screens. That's what they usually get, a white projection screen. And then they realize that the projector, because the salesperson was told, well, that's a 16,000 to 1 contrast, you're going to definitely see contrast levels. Definitely see them. Even in a room not using that much light, you're still going to be able to pick up a contrast level. It's a lie. You're not going to see anything at all. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to pick up. So now you realize that your contrast level is not picking up, because the reason why you bought this projector is because basically they talk about that 16,000 to 1 contrast level, and that's supposed to pick up deeper and more richer black levels, right? But you're not getting that at all. So then what you do is, and you're definitely not going to use it with the lights on, that's not going to happen. So now you move up to more of a darker screen. You go with the, move this out line. Most people will do, they'll go with the darker screen. Usually, most light screen paints are this color. They'll come and get themselves a bit of a darker screen. Thinking, okay, I got that screen right there. I should be able to pick up the contrast level now. Well, you're going to pick it up a little better than the white screen right there. Definitely much better than the white screen, but still, you are picking up no contrast. Your black levels are not there. A little bit more of an improvement, but they're not there. So next, spend a little more money, and you get yourself another screen that's darker than the screen you just previously bought. This one right here, like I said, you will pay for the color. It's going to cost you somewhere probably about, some screens will cost you around another maybe $1,300, $1,400 more. All right, so let's go get that screen. We're going to buy that now, because now all this, you're building all these screens around your projector that has this 16,000 to 1 black level that you want to see. So let's come over here and let's get another screen. And we'll put it right there. All right, so let's see what we get now. Now, it's a little bit darker, but now you're up to around $1,300 to $1,400. So you went from a white screen that would have cost you somewhere around maybe $100, $200, maybe at the most, maybe $300, depending on who makes the screen. You went with a little lighter gray, which gives you a little bit more contrast level, but now you're up $800, and now that gray is not working, so you need something a little darker. So now you pick up the cinema gray, or it doesn't have to be cinema gray. It can be another company. You could have bought the screen under, may have a little darker screen than that. I mean, other companies make other darker screens besides the cinema gray. All right, now let's go with the Dark Star 9. Which now you got to invest in a really dark screen in order to see that contrast level pop on your projector, because some people really think if they have a projector with a high enough contrast level, it doesn't make a difference what color the screen is, they're still going to pick up a black level. It's not going to happen. You got a better chance of going out in your backyard and squeezing the stone and trying to get water out of it. So let's go with the Dark Star 9. Now just pretend my screen's not even here. We got to do this demonstration on a white screen, because this is the only way, because my black screen overshadowing this, all you're going to be looking at is the black screen. So we have to do this on a white screen. So I'm going to bring my white screen up here, get something where I can hang it up, and we'll do a demonstration off that. Now, as you can see now, the Dark Star 9 is giving you a much darker image, right? But if my screen wasn't here, to say it wasn't here, the equation at all, you're not seeing it, you would actually go for that screen right there. Now that just costs you $2,000 to $3,000, and that's just for a 100-inch. And still, if you put it next to our technology, you're still not seeing black, even if your projector is 16,000 to 1. And this is why I explain to people that you can have a projector that you went out and spent $5,000, $6,000 for, that has a 1,000,000 to 1 contrast level. And I guarantee you that I can take a projector that has no contrast rating and produce a higher contrast level that's more advanced than your screen, even if you have a more advanced projector, due to the fact that my screens are black and my screens can read code. That's where we're going to do more demonstrations on the black silvers, because black silvers can turn black when other screens can't do that. Even the green screen pulls up a contrast level. The pink screen pulls a contrast level. Any of the exotics can pull contrast levels because they have a code that allows them to be able to read it. We can heighten our contrast levels. We can heighten our white levels. We can change anything we want in the screen, because bottom line, we have color coding technology where, well, They don't. And on top of that, it saves my customers a ton of money. My customers don't have to spend a lot of money when it comes to the screens. So 16,000 to 1 contrast. We haven't even turned the lights on yet. So this just tells you, as clear as night and day, that even if you have that projector right there, you're definitely not going to be using that in a fully lit environment. You're going to have to be in the dark in order to pick up some form of contrast level. That's where you're going to be at, in the dark. And keep in mind that screen paints react the same way unless they can back up what they can do. And if you're watching demonstrations on lighter gray screen paints that are only producing images with a lot of bright colors involved in, you're not seeing any Starville demonstrations, you're not seeing any color, a contrast demonstration test, nothing like that. You're not seeing any demonstrations outside. That's a clear indication that screen has a problem. And I'm talking about all gray screen paints. They have to be able to show that. I would never, ever develop a gray screen paint. Never. On that color, no way in the world. I know what's going to happen. All the color coding technology in the world couldn't even be to get that thing to reverse to a contrast level. That's not going to happen. Unless God gives me the ability to do so. But for right now, for what I know from my knowledge standpoint, not his knowledge, my knowledge standpoint, he can do it. But on my knowledge standpoint, yeah, it's going to have problems. It's going to definitely have problems. Yeah. All right, let's grab something else. Let's do colors. Colors. You gotta watch. I'm gonna put the link of this projector. They do the tutorial link on this projector. One of the things they talk about this projector the most is the fact that it has a 16,000 to 1 contrast. That's what they brag about, this projector the most. But you won't see it. Pretty much, when you buy a projector that has a contrast rating and you think you're going to see it, that's kind of like you saying, here, take this extra money out of my pocket. No, I want you to take it because I don't need it. I'm never going to use it. Take this. That's pretty much what you're getting. And keep in mind, you're not even if you have a good projector, you're not even getting what you think you're getting from your projector. If your contrast level is not picking up, you sure enough ain't picking up color. So let's just keep them all together. The color red. There you go. And even if we take the lights out, it's still not going to be a full. That projector back there is supposed to be to make your colors pop because it's a 16,000 to 1 contrast. Color blue. Light screen is definitely not picking it up at all, period. Those I've seen people who have these people have white screens, and the first thing they'll say is, well, I got me a 1080p projector, I have a 4K projector, my projector has this, my projector has that. What color is your screen? It's white. I already know exactly what you're getting from your projector right from the door. You get nothing from it. You're getting probably out of the money you invest in your projector, you're probably getting out of 100%, you're probably getting 30 out of it. That's pretty all you're getting out of it. Let's change over to something else. Let's see. That one came down kind of fast. Let's go right back up. And this is just not screen paints that are not doing the test correctly. This is high performance projection screen companies too. Sticking your screen in a rehearsed environment, a setup environment with a high power projector that you probably calibrate the daylights out of, it's not showing anything. You can watch me swap my projectors up one by one, and the screens will all react the same way. LG Beta Fish. Illustrations are jet black. Where's the contrast? All right, let's take down, we're gonna take down the Elite screens. We're going to put up Daylight's new technology. All right, so let's take this down. All right, white piece of paper, we already know it's gonna get failed, that's not gonna work, white screens. And we got 2 high performance sample sheets from Daylight Screens. From them. Oh yeah, that technology pulls up with the lights on. Even at 1500 lumens, it pulls up. Let's get this one right here, and I need another one. I need another one of these. I tell you, if there was no, it's one other company I would love to do demonstrations against, but we can't do that against them because of certain documents that don't allow us to be able to go near their product. I will leave those documents below so you can read them for yourself. And when you receive documents like that, that shows that your technology is good. And mind, this is way back in 2015. This stuff didn't even exist. There you go. 1500 lumens, pulling white levels on a black screen. That's why I said that. Not all, people try to category as all black screens react away. No, they don't. I got a chance, like I said, there was a customer who pointed me to a company. I got a chance to talk to them. They make a black screen paint. Way too expensive, but they make a black screen paint. And I was asking them about the demonstrations they were doing on this. I was asking them, okay, are you using 1000 lumen projectors? And the first thing they replied was, well, you can't use a 1000 lumen projector on a black screen because you have to have a high enough lumen count on the projector to be able to bring out the white levels. You just told me right there that your screen is flawed because I'm asking you questions on the test that I run my screens through. So as I'm talking to this person, I'm saying, okay, so have you done 1000 lumens on the screen? We can't use 1000 lumen screen because you need a high enough lumen count in order to bring the white levels out. So you just told me that your screen has an issue with pulling on lower lumen projectors, which means your white levels aren't all that high. So automatically from the door, I know that would be a cakewalk when we go side by side to that technology because I can whip out 1000 projector, pull a white image, and they can't do it. And if they can't pull that image on 1000 lumens, that means there's no way in the world they're going to be able to survive outside because I guarantee in any demonstrations, which I haven't seen one yet, I'm looking for any form of video demonstrations on this technology, I guarantee it's done in an ambient light controlled environment because this is the protocol for projection screens. When they do their demonstrations, tell the customers it has to be done in an ambient light controlled environment. So that means their screen does not have to worry about being introduced to too much light because there are rules and regulations under the screens that you must follow in order for them to produce that particular image. All right, so we have over here pure silver, 2.3. And we have, oh yeah, I have their stuff here. I have their stuff here, definitely. Lord makes me make sure I do all my homework. We have both of their sample sheets here. We do all our homework here. You have to test it on everything. It's not enough to just test it on your stuff. You got to test your stuff on other people's stuff. So let's go over here and let's grab into some colors on here too. Let's start off with white screensaver. So we'll start off with that one right there. White screensaver. Okay. And we're going to pull this one right here. 1500 lumens. Now some of these screens, like I said, I have to use long throws in here because some of these screen paints, not screen paints, these projection screens do not work well with ultra short throw projectors or short throw projectors, so we can't, certain things we can't use in here at all. All right, there we go. So there's your screens right here. Now the pure silver, as you can see, which is right there, that's the pure silver. That's one point a higher white level, and that right there is the Paxel. I think that's the 8.0, and I think that's a 2.0 or 2.0. Let me see if I get that correct. Make sure I'm saying that correctly. That is the 2.3. 2.3. This has a 2.3 gain right here, and this one here has a 0.8 gain. We're doing it there. So we show the white levels first, as we always do. Now we're going and let's ask for our colors. The color red. The higher the white level, the higher the image is going to, color is going to fade. The color red. All right, so let's pull up our red level. Right there. I don't know how much of a light touch we're going to be doing here. The light is coming up right now. There we go. As I told you before, because this was producing the higher white level, this right here was going to produce an image that was going to be, the white levels were going to fade a lot faster there. The color blue. There we go. Now let's switch out for some colors. Wait for this. Is this an ad you got to go through? Nah, we can skip this ad. Good. All right, so now we're going to swap up for our colors. And then we'll bring up the star field demonstration. Star field demonstration. I don't know what that was about. Okay. And there's the star field demonstration. As I said before, that the darker screen is going to pick up better contrast, but like I said, this pure silver, it's going to have higher white levels, but one of the problems it's going to have is being able to pull that contrast level in color. All right, so we're going to come out of this projector right here. Let me see. Come out of this one right here. We're done with these. Done. I think probably around, I don't know, not this month, but next month, I am going to go out and purchase a quart of that black screen paint. There's only like, I've tracked down only 3 companies that make black technology. I'll be buying all of them. Let me see. Have to be on to that one. As a matter of fact, let me go over to this one real quick. And like I said, 16,000 to 1 contrast on a black screen is not needed because the screen's already black. Showing you contrast levels on this screen would be absolutely pointless unless I have something else to go behind it. Like I would have to have at least another screen behind it to show the difference. But the screen automatically is going to produce a contrast level no matter what. All right. We are going to shut all this down. And I got to check my updates on my other computer real quick. And then I'm going to go back to the Christie 505 Big Boy. Right now we're using the 1500 lumen Panasonic projector at 16,000 to 1 contrast. So I get all this stuff over here up while that's playing in the background. Got stuff organized a little better here. And I'm going to put these over at my desk. And I can make room at my desk. That's what I need to do. For the time being. And I want to show you how beautiful that image is looking on 1500 lumens. Let me come over here and get this stuff done. Let me turn this off first because we're done with this one. Turn it off. That's done. I need to check this computer. I should have left that on because I need to check this one and see if my updates went through correctly. So I'm probably going to have to turn this thing back on again. Till then, I can click on the Chrissy. So I'm switching back over to my 5000 and Chrissy. I think we proved enough in here because number one, we were able to use a we're able to use a 900 lumen projector in here, which was my ViewSonic. Then I was able to use a 1500 lumen projector, which is the Panasonic. And then I was able to use I'll go back to my 5000 lumen Chrissy. Let's see. There we go. I'm back on my 5000 lumen Chrissy. I love the fact I can swap projectors out. Alright, this one from this to this. Alright, I'm going to matter of fact, this one will be on the side. Just need access to that better. Take this out. Now I'm going to use this. I need to take this. Swap this out for the computers, other computers still running. I need to run that. And then I need to run the power supply for that one. Let's connect in the back of this. Oh, this is the Panasonic. We don't need to anymore. It's done. Let's get these. Let's see if I can get it from here. Where is it? Okay, it's over here. What's going on here? And just to add, this is my 1800 lumen portable projector over here on my wallpaper screen. But until I get that fired up, you can check this out. Let me see what's going on here. There we go. Let me put this up first. Get access into this one right here. So I'm switching back over to my 1800 lumen projector I'm using right now. This is on my wallpaper screen. Oopsie. Check that out while I'm putting in my passcode real quick. Let me see. I'm gonna use this one today too. Whoa, what you mean? Get in there one more time. What's going on with you? Try that one again. What to say? So now we're over here. This is the 1800 lumens right there, portable projector setup. And I'm running it over here on my wallpaper screen. This is also coated with 12 technology. Let me see, I'm thinking I'm gonna run fish on here. There's some basic fish in the background. Oh, okay, that's done over there. I'll let that run. So running my 4K fish over here. So now we got my setup where I have my, like I said, 1800 lumen projector here, running on that screen. That's the wallpaper and black technology. So we got 5000, 1080p, 720p at 1800 lumens portable. That's the difference on my technology and everybody else's. But I can swap my projectors out at will. I can show you my screen on one side at 1800, 720p, and then another one over here at a full 5000 lumens. So my customers have options. They don't have to spend a lot of money for a projection screen just to get the image to show up. Look how much light we got in the environment. Keep in mind, this screen right here is sitting right next to a window. And you watch demonstrations where people displaying screens in rehearsed environments, overpowering projectors, very little ambient light in the environment. They get just a little bit of ambient environment and they consider this stuff to be ambient light projection technology. It's not even close. Sit back here and watch two screens at the same time. And keep in mind, the projector that's on the wallpaper right there cost me $54. That's how much I paid for that projector. $54. The projector over top, for the power that this projector is, and a lot of people wouldn't even go near it because, like I said, it's an outdated Chrissy. They stopped making that projector back in 2012. People that are looking to buy projectors are looking to get the most advanced high-end projector because they figure that's going to give them the best picture quality. To me, all I say is blah, 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 blah. Because you're just wasting your money. You're wasting your money. There's nothing wrong with the 720p projectors or the older model projectors. They're not outdated. The screens are outdated. The screens just haven't caught up to the technology yet. And they keep convincing you to buy more powerful projectors and more powerful screens, and it's the same thing. You're really not getting anything at the end of the day. You get in your pockets rate, that's basically about it. Other than that, no. Don't spend that kind of money. You don't have to. I save people a lot of money. A lot of money. When they come in and I do orders with them, I save them a lot of money. I show them, ask any one of my customers, I'll show you where to buy the screen at. I'll send links. I said, look, here's my cell phone number. You call me here, and I'll set you up. I'll show you where to get your LED lights at, where to get the surface to cover your screen, how to get your projector, and have the screen paint, have your whole system set up in no time at all. And it'll cost you next to nothing. So yes, when you see people out there trying to display black screens as being too dark, well, you don't have my technology, because in my demonstrations, my screens look like this. And that's one big freaking spider. I would burn my literally house down to the ground if that thing lived in here. It's a big spider. That's why I love my Lord and Savior. I love my Lord and Savior. Yes, I do, people. Yes, I do. Like I say, you're talking to another person who never went to school for chemistry. Never went to school for chemistry at all. This is all knowledge from God. See that image on that jet black cat that just pulled up? Having a heat wave, tropical heat wave. I asked somebody once, said, the reason why you sing is because you're nervous. Nervous. I'm in a live demonstration. You're watching my screens pull up on an 1800 lumen and a 5000 lumen projector, and you're watching me doing demonstrations against high performance screens live. I mean, anything can happen live. My screen could wash out, it could fade. But it's not going to happen because God blessed me with this technology. So God's blessings are not flawed. They're perfect. I sing because I'm happy. I get to get up every day in the morning and do this. I love this job. You have no idea. It's my work. It's my passion. I love it. I love what I do. And I got one of the best teachers in the world. I got Jesus Christ. Best teacher in the world. Never had to go to school for chemistry. I didn't learn any of that stuff. All that stuff in my head. Now, I'm pretty sure somebody would say, well, look, you're going against these companies right here. Yeah, I am going against these companies right here. In fact, the technology that we're building right now to make the ultimate projection screen is only designed to basically take out these companies right here, to design an advanced technology that we way beyond. It'll take them years to even catch up to it. I mean, years to catch up to it. I mean, consider the fact that God has already shown you exactly how amazing the technology He's blessed me to have. You watch the screens we developed under the exotics. They were developed in 20 minutes. You know how amazing God is? 20 minutes it took to make that product. And when the day that product was designed, or our product was designed, It went against three, all of them went against three certified screens right from the door. Paint, dry, and then certified screens. So if that technology was developed, even if someone would say, well, what if it was a day? Even at a day, consider the fact that it takes these companies years. It takes some years to be able to develop their technology. Let's say we're making a screen a day. So we can make a screen a day, or God bless us to make a screen a day that has the ability to be able to outperform their top screens. So this is just the stuff we're designing now. What do you think is going to happen if we have a screen we've been working on for about a year? It would take them years to catch up to it. Cinema grade 3D. $5,000 lumen projector, and they can't pull contrast level. But I bet you they would denounce the projector I have behind me. They would say, well, you can't use that projector. I hear this all the time. I have people that have high performance screens, people that are in this field, and they go, oh, no, you can't do that on a black screen. That's impossible. Like, you have to use a high-end amount of lumens to pull an image. When I show them demonstrations at 1,000 lumens outside, the opinion changes. Or you can't use that projector. Your projector is clearly outdated. You have to have a 4K projector in order to utilize that technology. You have to spend a certain amount of money. Why? Why would I want to spend all that money when I can just do it with a projector that costs me under $600? Yeah, people have ultra short throw projectors. You see, I can just walk out the room and do this. This is how much faith I have in technology. I'm walking around the room live. And I can come in here and walk right up to my screen right next door and go, look, you can still see the image. My tradition when I get up in the morning. Yeah, my room's a mess. This is where it's like every morning when I get up, first thing I like to do is I like to walk over to my curtains. You know what I'm about to do. This is going to be one of my trademarks right here. Clean this up a little bit in here. This is going to be one of my trademarks. Beautiful morning, yeah. Curtains back, like so. There you go. Bam. 4K fish, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
I love watching my fish in the morning when I get up. So I can show you a demonstration of my technology, explain to you about my technology, and then come in and just show you my environment in real time. Where's the fellow for this one? This clearly is not the fellow for that one. It's not. It's not at all. It's mixed up. It's over here. This is my sleeping arrangements. So that's what I love about these demonstrations is the fact that not only can I show you the technical part of it all, but nothing's rehearsed. You can walk about, see my environments, my windows are open. Watch my technology working in real time in my real environment that I use every single day. I set you right there, and you can watch my screen with all the window light hitting it. And I watch demonstrations with people who have projectors far more advanced than my 720p projector sitting over there at 3600 lumens. I watch demonstrations where somebody has a door open. One door open compared to my windows right there. And I'm in nice day today. I like cloudy, snowy days. Let's go take a walk. I think one of the sample sheets fell over. Yeah, it did. Let's get this up here. Move up here. Do, 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 do. Do something different. We always must do something different. You see, when you test your technology outside, inside is easy. That's why we do our demonstrations outside. Because if we can get a screen to produce an image outside, inside is going to be easy. That's why when I was talking to these people who developed this black screen paint, the first thing I asked them was, how do you test your ambient light projection technology? See my windows right there? Now we have a screen in the next room over here that's using an ultra short throw projector screen, but I've seen demonstrations with people with ultra short throw projectors and they still don't have that much light in their environment because they're afraid the screen's going to wash out or fade. And that's why when you watch a demonstration where somebody opens up a door, that light is not physically coming in and turning and making contact with the screen. It's coming in and hitting the side. It's not actually hitting the screen at all. The whole background area right here should be well laminated. You should be able to see all this with no problem. It should be well lit. There should be no shadows in the environment. As you can see, there's no shadows anywhere. It should be well lit. They get off. That's the illusion of trying to show you something that's not really there. All right, so let's get my other one over here tied up real nice. I think I'm gonna leave my windows open for the day. I'm gonna leave my windows open for the day. I like to let more light in as much as possible. Go. So we have all our curtains open in here. And then over here, I got my window light pushing through right next to my screen. And my screen here is over here using an 1800 lumen projector. I'm gonna open up the door and let my light in here come in here too, also too. So it's nice and bright in here, as you can see. Let's just continue to play too also. I'm just going to a pause mode. There is the remote control for this. Let me see. It's around here somewhere. Put this up over here right now, for now. I'm not going to use that for a while. Probably going to take this downstairs and hopefully my other projector gets here because I work with another projector. So hopefully that gets here also. Let's see, this is the fire stick, so it's not hooked up to that. That's not it. I think I might have taken my remote control into the next room. Yeah. Alright, we'll find it when I get that. Alright, I'll put this in the hallway because I'm not going to need this right now. Okay, the new one. Mr. Bird has lost his controller. No, really? Seriously? You could have had it. Are the downstairs doing anything? No. All right. Let me see. Where could I place my controller? It's not down there. I gotta turn my heat down so it's not down here. It's not there, not there, not there, not there. Didn't leave it in the seat. Didn't leave it up here next to the big boy. It's not down here. Can I go downstairs? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys watch this for a minute while I basically go around the house trying to figure out exactly where I lost my remote control for my game system. Woo-hoo. I'll leave it on the shelf. Nope, didn't leave it on the shelf. I figured where I lost a bag of popcorn. Alright, I just got it around somewhere. Alright, I gotta think. Lost the controller. Just had it in here. Probably set it somewhere pretty crazy weird, knowing me. Oh, there it is right there. Underneath my cabinet. Ooh. Short trip to insanity. There we go. Left it actually under. I should have my charger. Look at that. I'm gonna read my red light today. I'm gonna run them all. That's why the 12 is the highest seller. It is. Limitless Black is an amazing screen pad, but the 12 is always going to be the highest seller. Well, I gotta be careful about dancing from the window. I keep forgetting my neighbors can see me now. Now, like I said, other screen paints may show up dark, but not ours. How well lit this environment is. Like I said, demonstrations that I do on a normal day, it's a challenge to everybody else. And it's not bragging, it is what it is, you know? There's no way in the world they're using this much light in their environment. You got one door cracked. Somebody got one door cracked, a few windows open. Yeah. My 1800 lumen projector, which I'm running right here again. A little portable right there. Stand right here. I might stand right here, and you can watch my screen angle gain at 190 viewing angle while the window's open. But like I said, if this stuff can do it at 1,000 lumens outside of 13 feet with no walls or nothing to protect it, this is a cakewalk for it. So like I said, when people are displaying black screens coming too dark, you must be talking about somebody else, because you can't be talking about my technology. That's virtually impossible. Must be talking about somebody else. Look at this. I can look out the window. I can see the scenery. I can turn right back around. And you can see my screen from edge to edge, not even washing out. Let's go downstairs. Got screens in there. I got to fire up. I'm still working, and I'm actually adding more LED lights in there. And I'm adding in some Pac-Man light up displays. There's Mr. Blue right there. Oh, I forgot they updated this thing. I got to add my updates to my other Fire Sticks. This demonstration yesterday, we had the windows open, plenty of light pouring in on the screen. So you look at the environment, see the corners, nice and bright, no shadows at all. That's how it's supposed to be. Having one door open, and when you move the camera, if you don't move the camera goes dark as you're moving it, it's not enough light in the environment. Now this room right here is dismantled. There's no, only the power I have in here is running from here. This room is being converted to battery. I have my unit coming in. I actually ordered that, like I said, the big boy. I ordered the EcoFlow, the EcoFlow Delta. So this entire room is going to be the first one that's going to be running off a battery. So I'm in there sorting out my cables and wires. Everything has to be done for that one. Do 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 do. See what we got on here. Watching nature shows. So at the end of the day, I ain't gotta be in the dark. Get my camera off here. Grab me a pillow from one of the sloths. Let me get a pillow sloth. I'll take this one. Can I take this one? Thank you. That's what I love about the technology God gives me. I can show you a demonstration, and then I can walk you around my house, and you can watch my screens fire up. I need to get one of those. Seen hummingbirds in the area. I'm like collecting animals now because now I got a bunch of animals feeding in my backyard. I'm gonna get a couple of these and see if I can attract some hummingbirds. That's what I need for my collection in the back of animals I like to feed. It's become a hobby now. Every morning when I get up, oh, it reminds me too. I gotta go order squirrel food. Go feed my squirrels. If I order it and pay for next day isn't bad. Next day is like $3 extra. If I pay for that next day extra, I can have it here by 4 o'clock. That'd be enough to get them all taken care of. Now, good thing. We have electrician coming in on Friday. This is going to be repaired because I told you it's a short in there somewhere. So that's going to be repaired, which means I can have the lights on in here now. But then again, like I said, since I'm going to be doing this solar, it doesn't really make a difference if they do fix it anyway because I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to get myself some Fisher lamps around here and just run it off the battery. Yeah. It's like the fact of having free power. Every time I plug that battery in, it's free power. Well, I got to charge it anyway, but once I get the solar, it's free power. Yeah. So I'm let this run down here, and we'll go back upstairs. Hold on, let's look at that as we're going up. Let's try Relaxing Outer Space 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
There we go. I'm watching Deep Outer Space with my windows open. Now let's see any of the demonstrations who want to constantly go after black technology. Let's see them do this demonstration. What environment, windows lights hitting my window, ambient light hitting, overhead lights, and you pull up a jet black outer space display. Starfield demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Because we can pull the white levels with no problem. The question is, can they pull that contrast?
It's here.
That's what I said before. These hobbyists and I don't know, start trying to come down on black technology. Before you try to go down that road, and especially with myself, try to produce a Starfield demonstration in a fully lit environment. Stay away from those pretty colors and just do dark demonstrations. And I'm not talking about with the door open to the side or half shut blinds. I'm talking about fully lit environment, which means you should be able to walk over to your window. You should be able to see everything crystal clear outside your window. And I'm reflecting more light because, you know, if you reflect off white snow, snow reflects 10 times more light than without snow. And I can show you a Starfield demonstration from corner to corner without any fading to the screen. As a matter of fact, I can show you this at a 190 degree angle. I'm about to get some artwork. This wall is so bare wall right here. I'm gonna get some artwork that goes across here and some down here, and I'll put some artwork there and do some shopping. Put some artwork in over there because that wall looks so naked over there. Let's go back to these basics. We'll do multicolor lava lamps. See, we can produce, my technology here, speaking for myself and not other people design black screen, but my technology can produce your white levels. And I can produce color that your screens can't produce. But I can also produce contrast that your screens can't do it. And even under a 16,000 to 1 contrast projector, you still can't do it. Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
See how much light is hitting my wall? How bright it is in here? For your white levels, no problem. Samsung QLED. Samsung QLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is the acoustic blackout cloth, by the way. The sound's coming from and behind the screen. And no overpriced projector, 720p, $180 projector. And you got people that got $3,000 and $4,000 ultra short throws and they're still in the dark. This is why I haven't had a TV in 11 years. 11 years I haven't had a TV. Only monitors I have in here are security monitors. Don't need them. Don't have to spend the money for an expensive projector. I like the fact that I can just go on eBay and just buy a cheap projector at 720p and still get an amazing image. This whole system right here to set up cost me $600. My sound bar, $130. Projector, $180. Now, when I had the screen up here painted, the screen would have cost my customers for the size that I had probably around $126. This right here is a pre-coated Advanced 17 blackout cloth. That's acoustic. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with 720p projectors. The problem is that the technology hasn't caught up yet. That's what it is. Nothing wrong with 720p projectors. They work perfectly fine. The only problem is the fact that these projection screens haven't caught up. And they keep making these more and more advanced projection screens and setups and projectors, and it's all doing the same thing. You can have next year's projector. Doesn't make a difference. You're only getting like 30 to 50% out of it. That's all you're getting. Because your screen can't produce the image. $130 system. That's it. You know what gaming is like on this screen with the sound coming through it? All that for 720p. This one's not even turned up yet. Like I said, $130. Y'all spend too much money for your stuff. That's why I say y'all spend too much money for your stuff. Too much money. See that beautiful picture I got from that 720p projector and all this light in the environment? There's nothing wrong with the projector. It's the technology in the screens. They haven't caught up yet. Now this is acoustic technology right now that we're displaying that can make 720p projectors look amazing. Can be used in fully lit environment. This is true ambient light projection technology.
Flavor. See the grooves. So much flavor.
Customer doesn't even have to paint the screen. It's already pre-coated with technology that was already tested against 8 certified high-end screens. So imagine that, having the ability to be able to take a high-performance screen and just stretch it over your frame, and it's acoustic. It's already done, produces 100% contrast level, and you don't have to pay next to nothing for your projector. And you can see how crisp the sound is. It just pushes right through the screen. This costs my customers for 100-inch, and this is my custom. This is an 80-inch, but it costs my customers $198 for 100-inch and $248 for 120-inch. And they convince y'all to go out and spend the money for these expensive projection screens. They convince y'all to spend the money for these expensive projectors, and you don't have to. You have to have this unit, you have to have that unit. You don't have to. Here we are in my fully lit environment. Next room in here. We got, again, portable projector, 1800 lumens. All my windows are open. You can see my screen crystal clear. Got a window over there. You can see my screen crystal clear. Got a 5,000 lumen Christie projector over here. You sit right here in the window. I can put mine right here, and you can see my screen right from there. Let's turn off the big boy. I don't need that anymore. I find it down here somewhere. Craziness. All right. Oh, and by the way, big boy is over here playing off my PS gaming system. So if I want to come in here and I want to game and I want my windows open, I can come in here and do that. If I want to watch a movie, I can go do that. Projection screens are, when people are talking about how they look at perceived projection screens, they perceive projection screens as a unit that you have to use in the dark. That if you put the lights on, your screen's automatically going to fade, it's going to wash out. That you have to go through the nonsense of calibrating your projector and all that other stuff you got to go through. You don't have to go through any of that at all, period. The screen is what makes up the technology. If your projector is at 1800 lumens, which we're using right now, and at 1800 lumens from here to there, it is traveling around 9 feet, some 9 feet from here to there. And at 9 feet and all this light, that screen, it's going to basically illuminate the count. Depending on how low the lumen count is, it's going to start dropping dramatically. And that's why people use 5,000 big build projectors, because if you're at 30 feet back and you're traveling 30 feet through all this commercial light, you're going to have to calculate the fact that you are going to lose lumens in the process of trying to make it from A to B. So say if you have 30,000 lumens and you're using, like, you have a ton of ambient light in the environment, that's a big dog. So much of my neighbor's dog, he's a big dog. But anyway, and your projector is traveling. So if it's traveling from here to there, so your screen's all the way over there where the bathroom is at. So as you have 30,000 lumens, they have to calculate, okay, we have light coming through the windows, we have commercial lighting, we're going to lose about 10,000 lumens, maybe 15. They have to have enough to make contact with the screen. Whatever lumens are left over that make contact with the screen's gain is going to have to be high enough to magnetize that and bring it back at you so you can see the image. That's why when you take a white screen and you take a projector of 4,000 lumens, by the time it makes it to the screen, your image doesn't pull up. Because you have any idea how fast 4,000 lumens will actually disappear in an environment before it makes contact with the screen. And keep in mind, whatever lumens are left, and it's not going to be 4,000 lumens. You're not going to start with 4,000 and end with 4,000. You're going to start with 4,000. You're going to end with much less than that. Your screen does not have enough gain to pick up that image and give you that image back. That's why the image is washed out. That's why when you turn out the lights, you have a higher chance of seeing an image, because you have less of your lumens are actually going to disappear from the projector, and the screen has a better chance of basically producing a higher gain due to the fact that it has less light conflicting with the screen. But this technology, on the other hand, can travel at 9 feet at 1800 lumens. The screen picks up a high enough gain to magnify whatever the lumens hits and generates an image to come right back at you. That's why I like doing these demonstrations outside at 1,000 lumens. Could you see how hard that is now? Because now you have a screen at 1,000 lumens and there's no windows, there's no doors, there's no roof, there's nothing protecting that at all. That means when 1,000 lumens takes off from that projector, it is way less than that. That screen's going to have to be to pick that image up, generate a bright enough image and throw it back at you. But not only that, it has to do it at a 190-degree viewing angle on an angle also. That's why I can have window light hitting here and window light hitting here and light coming down here on top of the screen. And you can still see the image with no problem. That's the way it's supposed to be. So you don't need a $5,000 projector. You don't need, I have 6,500, 7,000 lumens, 5,000 lumens, 43, 43, 43, 43. I don't have to use any of those. I have 1800 lumens right there. And if I were to turn the lights out, it doesn't make a difference. Lights on, lights off. All right, let me shut some of this stuff off. I need kill switches. I got my LEDs. I'm gonna leave my curtains open in here for the day. I like having a little light in here, so I'm gonna leave the curtains open for the day in here. I'm gonna let that play. I didn't even let that machine stay on too long, but I'm gonna let it stay on the day. I've had a chance to burn through that projector. Usually when I'm doing a projector, I usually let it stay on for the entire day because that lets me know whether or not the projector's gonna work or not at the end. Turn these off. Now here, in my room, to show you, and I'm not hiding anything from you, I always shut this curtain here because when people walk in, they can see inside my house. Over here, I had the tennis court, so I don't have to worry about that. I wish I had more tennis courts out my window, but I can't. At nighttime, I can do it a little bit, but not much. But I can only have that one area open right there, which sucks because I would like to have more light in here. All right, so I'm gonna leave this on because this is what I play on the fish. And turn these off because I still am paying my electric until I basically get my generator going. We're going to be doing some changes in here too. This is coming down. This is definitely coming down. I'm going to put an acoustic screen up here for gaming. It's going to have 9 speakers installed, even the subs. Everything is going to be wired into this screen. Well, not the screen, but the acoustic screen I'm building. And I'm going to make the screen, when I build it, it's going to be about that wide. So it can actually fit subs and speakers and everything inside of it. So that's going to be a project. I don't know what I'm going to do with that screen right there. I might take it and put it in the backyard. Let me put that in the backyard. All right. Now we're downstairs. We're gonna walk around the house. All the screens are on. Jeremiah was a fool for all. Used to be a friend of mine. Now I think once we get, like I said, we're getting the orders ready. I'm just missing 2 ingredients. I should be good after that. Everything else is coming in. You'll see the progress that I'll re-record as I go along. Sorry, some of you had to wait this long to get your orders in. I really apologize for that. But like I said, we got hit with the snowstorm, and then orders had slowed down, but getting items in has been a headache. So we're getting everything in, like I said. And you'll see the progress going along, all the containers being lined up and everything getting ready. So you're all good to go. Trust me. Like I said, if you go on my YouTube channel and you look at my ship out recording dates, and this is the reason why I record my ship out dates. People thought I was recording my ship out dates because I was bragging. I'm not bragging. I record my ship out dates because it gives my customers a bit of comfort knowing that their orders are being taken care of. When you got somebody that's packing your orders and getting them ready, it gives them that comfort. And that's when I want to give them that comfort. Let them know the orders are going out. You can check, I got a ton of ship out dates. We record all of them. So we'll be recording this one too. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. God is good. He is good. And thank you so much for my customers, for supporting my company. I appreciate it. And like I said, when I do these demonstrations, it's to show you what you should be seeing. If you're going to be spending the money, and it doesn't have, and if it's down to 180 bucks, and if it's down to 100 bucks, you should get what you paid for. And this is the reason why I do a lot of live demonstrations, so you can see it all in real time. There's no smoke, there's no mirrors. It reacts the way it's supposed to react. There's no way to fake a live demonstration and get around it, unless I got magical powers, and I don't have those. But anyway, and allows my customers to see exactly what they're getting. And that's why I enjoy doing the live demonstrations and keeping you up to date and giving you ideas on how to utilize our projects and our paints and stuff like that. Not projects, but paints and stuff like that, you know. And like I said, if you have a project that you're working on, you need a little help with it, give me a call or basically shoot me an email. We'll work it through. All right, with that being said, thank you all. I thank my Lord and Savior, first of all things, because without him, none of this would be possible to begin with. Well, thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God bless.